Many rappers have been reacting to YNW Melly's current trial and his jail situation, as rappers have stated that YNW Melly's trial has now hit a critical state due to the new evidence that is going against him, as it all begins with the news outlining his very new charges very recently.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
As these charges are connected to what YNW Bortlen did, as it was announced that Bortlen was arrested for witness tampering charges, as while his house was being raided by the feds, they found insane paperwork that was hidden inside of his house that can go against Melly and Bortlen.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlen was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortlen, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with the witness.
As YNW Bortlen showed up to the original Melly trial for one day to speak with the judge. While inside of the courtroom, he kept a mental image of what all of the jurors looked like and even where they were all sitting. As it would be announced by Bryson Paul, these are the images of the alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortlen's home last week, as filed into the Broward clerks by the state, as Bortlen drew several photos of where certain jurors were sitting with a description of what they looked like. Now, to understand how serious this actually is, here's DG Academics' reaction to it.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh**. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f*** on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As shortly after this, Boosie would end up reacting with a very serious message. More of a warning for fans to just prepare that when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
Now they're putting even more charges on them, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, god damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
As many rappers believe that this was all staged by the law enforcement officers that raided his home. As to why would YNW Bortlen even draw these pictures on a piece of paper? It could be an indicator that actually proves what Boosie is saying is factual. And what's been happening to YNW Melly in jail is so severe that it actually makes sense that the feds want YNW Melly so bad that they're gonna do anything to get him. As really recently, YNW Melly's mother started a petition to just have law officials look into what's been happening to YNW Melly inside of jail. 50,000 signatures later, and we have still heard nothing. Melly's mother then had to take it to a public interview to state the following.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As YNW Melly is not being treated fairly inside of jail. This has been an issue for a long time now. And apparently Melly doesn't even get to look at his own mail that is sent to him or use a jail phone to call his loved ones.
My son has not been convicted of anything. And even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
All of this stress has left YNW Melly and even his lawyers screaming in court just for a little bit of help for his jail situation. It's even gotten so bad that Melly's mother then ran into health concerns due to the stress of everything that happened during the original YNW Melly trial. To prove that it was so bad, Melly even had to ask if she was okay during the trial.
Sorry. We'll just
As this even made more rappers react to the situation, as Boosie would believe that YNW Melly not only will be crying at his upcoming sentencing and trial, but it's going to be adding even more stress onto Melly's mom.
Okay, so
Then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, Melly's situation gets even worse. It all begins with the new lead prosecutor now teaming up with Danny Polo. Danny was the undercover police agent that was wearing a shiesty mask during the original YNW Melly trial. He has now teamed up with the new lead investigator that will be going against Melly in the retrial, and they found interesting posts on Melly's social medias. As YNW Melly posted an interesting photo to his personal Facebook account alongside Young Thug.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Young Thug, and he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Demons has the big B hand signs displayed.
Okay, and these individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
They're going to be investigating this even more, as they are now believing that Melly's team YNW has street ties connected to Young Thug's team YSL. It's always been a conspiracy theory that these famous and very rich rappers that are coming out from street teams use record deal money in the millions of dollars they make and funnel it into their street teams. Whether it's for narcotics, firearms, or anything to happen to other rival street members, they are trying to get to the bottom of it. As we would then even see Bryson Paul tweet, Detective Danny Polo on what slap means. Slap means sliming up all the time, and it came out of the YSL language. The Reds then started copying it, and YSL is made up of Reds. In the photo, YNW Melly is with Young Thug, who is currently on trial for RICO. The YSL team is throwing up the red signs, as it's very obvious the two are really deep connected with street ties. However, it gets even deeper from here, as even a few weeks ago, a man named J Hood, a close friend of late King Von, and even someone who lives in O Block, would share a secret that YNW Melly told King Von a couple of years ago.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vern was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Well, out the bam, I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Where he would reveal information we never even knew, involving Sakchaser and Juvy going after Melly for financial gain. And with all of this new evidence now going up against Melly, the lawyers that are working for Sakchaser and Juvy's family would then recommend Juvy's father to go do an emergency interview. Juvy's father wanted to provide even more evidence for the new lead prosecutor. So during an interview, he would expose how YNW Melly and Bortlen were witness tampering and even what code words they used to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against him in court.
Both Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortlen, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
however, the most concerning part was what Juvy's father would say next. The moment that he woke up when the crime went down, got several calls from law enforcement asking to come to the police station to clarify if it was his son that was involved. While driving to the police station, YNW Melly's mother would text him something very weird.
He wasn't, he had switched vehicles. At least that's what they said in the first trial, that he had gotten into, it was suggested through a defense witness, the one and only defense witness, that he had gotten into that other vehicle.
Yeah, they was telling me that I drove down there that morning to go identify Chris. I met Moretti down there that morning, other 26. And on the way down there, when I talked to Jamie, she told me the same thing. Like, don't talk to the media and tell them Melly wasn't there. Instantly, my antennas went up because I didn't understand. Like, I knew from that day, I knew something was up.
He would then end the interview off on a very serious note, sharing the last moment that he saw his son Christopher, including on how the trial is affecting his family.
Last time I spoke to Chris, it was like 2 days before the incident. Him and Melly FaceTimed me, and that's the last time I saw him. Last time I spoke to him was like that same week, man. It just hurt me to see that the love that he had for Melly to do that to him. I see if it was one of his enemies or somebody, he did something wrong or something, but the way it happened, how it happened, who did it, it just heartbreaking on both sides.
All of this legal wrangling that's leading to a delay in the second trial, how are you?
I'm taking it one day at a time. You know, you got to go through this process once again. I relive it once again.